provide as resources to students in public schools to empower them to achieve in life. Through their Do the Right Thing, and right is spelled W-R-I-T-E, Things campaign, we challenged our brothers to collect 14,000 pencils for distribution to the children of New Orleans. Why pencils? This is the #1 need of the children enrolled in the schools supported by CIS. Every pencil we collect will go to a student that is getting their after-school help and needs a pencil to do their work. By providing just a pencil, you're helping a child be a future leader in life. I ask that you help me welcome the president of the CIS of Greater New Orleans, Sarah Massey, to the stage to receive our gift. Sarah, as you know, the original goal of 14,000 pencils was set in the fall of 2012. We were afraid that we were setting the bar a little too high at the time. Boy, we're glad to be proven wrong. As of February events, we had blown the 14,000 out of the water. In fact, when I issued a challenge to all the alumni chapters, the new goal had been set at 28,000, which was sent to us through today. Throughout the week, many of you invested in our core value of service and have made a donation to CIS. We even did an impromptu pass the hat last night at the alumni chapter, which raised another 7,000 pencils for the cause. Thank you to each of you for helping out the Kappa Psi make a difference for this worthy organization. At this time, I ask the following individuals please come to the stage for the official presentation. These two groups have donated the most pencils per chapter. For having collected 7,888 pencils, the student members from the Eta Lambda chapter at UNLV.
There's a couple of come on, guys.
What's he saying to me now? I can't read his lips. 17.
And for collecting 17,511 pencils, members of the Kappa Area Alumni Chapter.
Yeah. No, my dad.
I'm part of the Kappa Area Alumni Chapter. When I heard that New Orleans and other chapters were gunning for us, we just cannot let that go. You can't issue a challenge and lose, right? Now, before I tell you the total, let me set the scene for you for the total number of pencils we collected. Keep in mind, an average pencil is about 7.5 inches long. Imagine the tallest building in your chapter's country. The International Commerce Center in Hong Kong is 1,588 feet tall. The first Canadian place is 978 feet tall. The Shard in England is 1,017 feet tall. And at 1,776 feet tall, One World Trade Center is the tallest building in the States. Now stack these on top of each other, and you would have a building about 5,359 feet tall. If you were to take the total number of pencils we collected and put them in an eraser, put them in a tipped eraser, we would build a building more than 12 times higher than the 4 buildings combined. The generosity of our brotherhood has really blown us all away. Sarah, on behalf of Alpha Kappa Psi, its members and guests, I'm proud to announce that to date we're donating 105,830 pencils.
About 18 months ago, Wendy and I think Jessica, we had breakfast. And you gave us the invitation to make a proposal to you of how you might use your gifts and skills and talents to help us here in New Orleans. As you all know, we're approaching the 8th anniversary of the flood of Katrina. And we continue to be a community that struggles with that which happened to us, but also the opportunity that gave us to relook at a number of things in this community, including public education. So as we sat and visited, we did what you do and what you were learning to do as committed people in the business community, and that is, what is our need and how might you help? And we went back and we did some thinking, and one of the constant things that we hear from our teachers across the city is, we never have enough pencils. I think children eat pencils. Menu. And so we said, let's propose pencils. We felt like that was something that you as college students would make it easy for each of you to participate, would not be a burden on any of you individually, but something that we could really use. And so when we made the proposal, I think the response that came back, oh, school supplies. And it was, no, just pencils. Let's keep it simple. And look at what happens when community comes together. Whereas individually, none of us would have made much of an impact, but by coming together in community, we're making a huge impact. I had a board member ask me one time, how is this helping dropout prevention? Is school supplies and whatnot, isn't that a little bit mission creep? And I want you to take away 3 reasons why this type of an activity is valuable. One, as you mentioned, if a youngster does not have a pencil, all learning has to stop until somebody can find them a pencil so that they can do their learning. Second of all, as many of you know, the educators in this country carry an incredible financial burden because we don't fund public education at the levels that we need to. And so there are now teachers, because these pencils have been coming in for a while now, and we've been getting them out there. There are teachers who have pencils in their classrooms who do not have to financially go into their pocketbooks to at least pay for that so that their children can learn. And the third thing is that these teachers know that there is a community of support for them as they are doing their work. And that's what it means to take your resources and ours and put them together for the benefit of these folks. So as pencils started coming in the spring, I asked Wendy, I said, can we go ahead and start getting these out? Partly because it was starting to kind of take up some space in our office. And she said, sure. So we bundled them up. We do statewide high-stakes testing here in April. And it's a very intense time for everyone in our schools here. And we bundled them up into buckets that had about 300, 350. We wrapped cellophane around them and put ribbons on them, and we put chocolate together. You know, chocolate has to go with everything. And we put chocolate with them, and we took them to the testing coordinators at a number of schools. I think we visited at least 15 schools just in that round and said, here are the tools you need in order to help make the testing process go better. Now, I admit we didn't sharpen them all, but we gave them to them. And I can't tell you the number of spontaneous hugs that I got as I was out making those visits. But I was also able to use those pencils to start conversations about the work that communities and schools can do in supporting school leaders as we work on this incredible challenge of changing the success of our kids in public education. So we use the very business techniques that you are learning in your work, in your chapters, for the betterment of our community. And so I want to first say thank you that you have chosen to hone your business skills so that as you graduate from college and you go out into the world, not only will you be the successful business people that we need you to be, but I also hope that each one of you will take those business skills and put them to work inside of a nonprofit who is helping to meet the needs in your community. And finally, thank you for coming together as a group, for coming to New Orleans and enjoying our incredible city, and for accepting our invitation to help us in this incredible way. Come back and visit us again soon. Please find the communities and schools affiliate in your local area. We serve in about 200 communities in 27 states. We put together a list yesterday to try to help some of you. In fact, one of your award winners were already planning to get them connected with our state office in Washington. So please go seek out my colleagues in your community and see if there might be a way that you can help them too. But thank you all.